Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Zubia Irfan. Welcome to another Fireside Chat session. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to introduce the organizations making this session possible. NICAT, National Incubation Center for Aerospace and Technologies. It is a premium platform driving innovation and entrepreneurship in Pakistan. NICAT provides startups and entrepreneurs with the mentorship, access to funding, and a collaborative ecosystem to help turn ideas into scalable solutions that can have a national and global impact. CXO Global Forum is a leading platform that brings together top executive industry leaders and innovators across sectors to sharing ideas and insights. Exploring emerging trends and drive business transformation, this forum creates opportunities for knowledge exchange and networking collaboration among Pakistan's C-level community and beyond. Now, let me introduce to our today's guest. Syed Haider Hussain is an experienced cybersecurity and GRC professional with strong expertise in security, architecture, governance, risk management, compliance, auditing, and cyber defense. He has worked extensively on connecting compliance requirements with the practical security needs. His focus is on building strong security systems, improving cyber defense, and helping organizations stay compliant with global standards while protecting against modern cyber threats. So let's meet and greet our today's guest, Mr. Syed Haider Hussain. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Zubir. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure for me to have a session again with you. I remember in the start of the year we had one session and that was very productive. I enjoyed a lot. So hopefully we'll enjoy this session also.
Great, great. So, Mr. Heather, welcome to the show, and I hope we are going to have a very insightful discussion with you.
Sure, inshallah.
So, to begin with, in many organizations, GRC and cyber defense work in silos. Why does this gap exist, and how can it be practically bridged?
Well, honestly speaking, I would say it's not only the cybersecurity and cyber defense are working in silos. I've experienced that many other departments are not cooperating with each other. They don't share information. They try to hide things with each other. Especially sometimes we have noticed there's a gap in cybersecurity and IT also. IT sometimes they keep things secret. That if we highlighted the cybersecurity, we'd raise it as a non-compliance or as in something a threat to the organization. So it's a gap. It's a big gap because now everyone is moving towards a mesh concept, mesh strategy where all business sectors, all business departments should sync with each other and they should cooperate and share the information because it's not only about cybersecurity, but security is everyone's responsibility. So cybersecurity GRC will be guiding you, will be helping you how you can run your department function in secure manner because tomorrow if something happen you yourself will be a question in front of the senior management and it's a gap. So what organization or the leader should do or the department itself, they should understand their responsibility, they should understand their accountability, and they should communicate in a way that the other party should take anything in their favor also. For example, if I'm GR's leader and I bring something as a framework or a standard, and I start throwing things to the cyber defense as that you are not doing things in the right manner, now I will tell you what you should do now. Rather, we should discuss with them that these are the requirements, these are the guidelines, how we can achieve it in the favor of organization, in the favor of the department, because ultimately, if something happens, the organization itself will be in danger. It's not about only one department. We should celebrate this. We should share the success, and we should share the loss and the losses and danger to the organization also. So, in my organization, how we are working on this concept and how we mitigated this risk, mitigated this gap, we communicate with all departments in their languages. I would say when we are talking to the business, we don't talk in cybersecurity language. We talk about how your business function is running and how we can secure it. Because uh, uh, As a cybersecurity, we should clarify, or we should present our image in a way that we are not the business stopper. Rather, we are the business enabler. So cybersecurity will enable your business. If your business is secure, if your operations is secure, then you are more stable in positive direction. So it is the responsibility of cybersecurity. It's the responsibility of the business. It's the responsibility of the operation. It's the responsibility of everyone to think in a positive way for cybersecurity, not in a rival way that they are against us. They are going to do something which will stop our activity, which will stop our business. So in our organization, we sit with all departments. We very frequently arrange meetings with the leaders and the team members of different departments. We ask for their suggestions. We try to sync the requirement with the practical on ground realities, that how we can achieve it. Because I need help from defense, I need help from GRC, or enterprise GRC, I need help from IT security. So this is the thing which everyone need to understand, that we are not enemies. We need to work together. We need to work in the same team. So that's a gap. Honestly, I agree with you that there is a gap. The departments are working very independently. They don't want to share things. However, if they are sharing information, if they are sharing their queries with other departments, so we should hope that we should be very hopeful that the other department will support us. The other department will give us some very good ideas which can give us a positive path to achieve our requirement, to achieve our targets.
Okay, okay, very well explained, Mr. Haider. So, next, I would like to ask, how do you define the relationship between compliance and real world security? Are they complementary or conflicting?
Well, many people have this concept that GRC is just like documentation and checklist. Audit checklist. They will come say that I need encryption. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you have it, khalas. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Just give me the screenshot and I will mark it as implemented or something like that. Compliance means that I need to validate. I need to perform the due diligence for what I have defined in my policies. So if whatever I have written, I'm not following it, it's useless. It's just a paper, a piece of paper. So the compliance is actually uh, responsible for validating the implementation level or of our policies and standards. It's not only about the checklist. It is actually to calculate, to measure the implementation level, how in the operations level things are implemented, things are being used. So the compliance is actually, I would say, it supports the operations security. It supports the practical security in a way that they can give you more ideas that up to this level you are lacking. You should improve 1, 2, 3, 4, so that you can expand the coverage of your cybersecurity or your security in a broader way. Because still, you believe that okay, up to this level I have achieved. I should sleep peacefully now. I don't need to be worried about anything. However, the regulatory is expecting something very good from you. So there's that compliance responsibility to work with the security team to let them know that what is the requirement from regulatory and how we can achieve it. And they both should work together in a way. What we discussed for the question number one, that they are not enemies, so they should work together in a way to achieve this requirement. And then compliance will perform their
Mm.
activity to ask for the evidences, and wherever it is they need to discuss something, they can discuss and sit on a table and then sort out the things.
Okay, okay, very right, very right. So, what role does continuous monitoring play in maintaining both compliance and operational security?
It's very important actually. It's cybersecurity or security is not one-time activity. And even for IT also. You need to keep monitoring it. If you miss it, you will lose. So continuous monitoring, not in cybersecurity only, in GRC, in IT security is very important. continuous improvement, continuous monitoring somehow count as a concept of cybersecurity operations activity or a SOC or those type of activity. However, it is concept which is applicable in GRC also because let me give an example of this cyber risk assessment. If GRC is performing cyber risk assessment and they are not following up in a proper way, if they are not tracking the risk, then there might be a point when you miss either the risk was closed or not, if the treatment plan was implemented or not. So, in all the phases, in all the function, in all the department, continuous monitoring is very important. We count continuous monitoring very vital or very important in cyber defense because daily there are some cyber threats and vulnerabilities, different type of malwares. So we consider in a concept that okay, we are monitoring the assets in a way that we are taking their logs and we are monitoring the activities which is being done in the infrastructure level. However, this same concept is required to be implemented, to be incorporated in other functions also, in cybersecurity GRC also, because there are different requirements in the GRC itself with need continuous monitoring, with needs continuous follow-up, and to communicate with the stakeholders and let them know about it, that what's going on in their department, because sometimes it happens that senior management is not aware about what's going on from the security point of view in the department because they are more towards business and money and reputation of the organization. Their subordinates or their team members are handling technical things or security requirements, and sometimes they don't communicate in a way that okay, boss, this is 1 2 3 4. That's a risk or there's weaknesses or the vulnerability highlighted by the cybersecurity. So if this is the case, then the senior management is not aware about it. How they can support you, how they can help you, and they can approve budget for fixing some issues in their department. And if tomorrow something happens, they will be surprised. So with monitoring activities, with different type of workshops, you can monitor the things which is going on in the department, and you can uh, explain it. You can present them to the management and the stakeholders. So continuous monitoring is very important, not only in cyber defense, but in GRC, in IT, in all functions. That's very important.
Very true. Very true. So, in audits, what are the most common gaps you see between documented policies and actual implementation?
Honestly, sometimes some of the auditors, they don't have technical background, or auditors are coming from financial backgrounds. So they don't have in-depth knowledge of infrastructure or the technology environment. In this case, the auditee or the department who is being audited, they can make you fool easily. So the right auditor is a person who has knowledge and who can ask you in detail about what is actually you have written and how it is implemented and how you are achieving it. In this case, the true concept or the required result of the audit can be achieved. Because if I'm not aware about any technology, I will only ask what I know or what is written in my checklist. I, if they are expert, the other person is expert, they can make me fool easily. Rather giving me right information, there's a saying that if you can't convince them, confuse them. So they can confuse me by some here and
Right.
there, by moving something like, okay, this is the way,
Hmm.
that's the way. So if you're an expert, if the auditor is expert, then you can achieve a positive result of your audit. And then it's actually in your favor. It will give you advantage to the organization.
Very right. Very right. So, how does risk-based decision making help organizations prioritize security investment?
Well, risk on the department level or on the cybersecurity level or on the enterprise level is very important to be highlighted because you need to prioritize your decision. You cannot go for the investment in your business without thinking about what is important for me and what can be planned next year or afterward. So for this, you need to list down the weaknesses or the danger to my business, that these risks are very serious, and I need to calculate that how much investment is required. Otherwise, the consequences will be very serious. So the risk-based decisions are actually very result-oriented, not only from the business point of view, but from the strategical point of view also. Mostly organizations, mostly big organizations, they take it very serious and they perform uh, risk assessment from the enterprise domain also and on cybersecurity also. And then after prioritizing the severe risk, they include their initiatives in their strategy. And this actually gave them an advantage. This gave it, if this such type of decision supports that how they can fix the gaps which are very important and which are very necessary to be fixed now at this stage. Some think can be planned later. It's a very simple example of our life. Whatever we need in our life is very important. We need to think about it now. For something which is not very important, which can be ignored, which can be planned later, we don't need to invest too much on those things. But there are something which is very important, which are very critical. We need to think about it. We need to invest on it for the time, and we need to work and take action on it. So the same thing is with risk-based decision, that organization need to think about their strategic initiatives or their investment on the item which are very important for them, not only from the market trends, but also from the security point of view or from the strategical point of view.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, how can security teams better collaborate with business units to ensure compliance-led initiatives do not disturb the operations?
Well, in the start of our discussion, I mentioned one statement that cybersecurity is not a business stopper, rather, they are the business enabler. So we need to first clarify our image, and we need to work on it to change this concept that cybersecurity is going to stop you. Cybersecurity is going to create problem for you, for business and for operations. So that I should not give them full information. I should not give them complete information, because tomorrow they will say that no, we cannot publish this application. Please stop it, or we cannot allow you to launch this services because those are the cyber issues. Rather, we should think about the middle way, how we can implement compensating things, how we can fix in a way that it is acceptable for both parties, from for the business, for operation, and for the cybersecurity. Business in secure way is actually very important. If your business is not secure, then your effort will be in vain. Tomorrow you might be in headlines in news. You know, it's very common. We have seen big organization, giant groups were in highlight that okay, this amount of this number of data is breached from ABC organization, and it's just a
Very
news
right.
for you, some person. But if you start discussing it with the organization itself, you will see that how much they have lost from the credibility, from the business, from the market share, from different aspects. So business secure way is actually a very important thing. And now, as the technology is growing and things are very easily available for everyone, we
Yes.
are more prone towards security threats and security issues. Even some people, just for fun, try to attack on websites, on application, just for see that okay, I'm that much expert. I've learned something from YouTube, or I've learned something from some blogs or some Facebook post. And those people are actually very dangerous, because an ethical hacker
Yes.
or a professional hacker will be working in right direction. That person will just start throwing stones on you without thinking about the direction. So that's why we need to think in all 360 direction, and we need to run our business in secure manner. And That's the responsibility of all parties. Cybersecurity itself, cybersecurity is very important in a way that cybersecurity need to translate our requirement in business language, in operations language, so that they can understand easily. Because if I start talking about in technical way to the operations guys, they won't be able to understand. In the same way, if the operation is talking about something in their language, I won't be able to understand as a cybersecurity guy. So we need to translate. We need to learn this skill. We need to learn this technique, how we can translate our requirements in a way where the other parties can also understand it, and they can help us. They can support us.
Very true. Very true. I totally agree with you. So, Heather, in your experience, what are the key pillars of a successful cyber defense strategy?
See, for the successful cyber defense strategy, first we need to think about uh, the budget itself. Budget itself is very important. You can design your strategy without thinking about the budget. It will be just a document. It cannot be a practical thing, because if I need 100 million and my budget is within this amount, so it's useless. All my effort will be useless. But I've invested time communicating with the vendors, doing some research, and collecting some gap assessment outcome, that what is actually required in my department. So the first and the most important thing, you need to list down what exactly is required for you in current situation, what is very important for the organization. Create the baseline first, and then I should think about the second layer. For example, if I don't have IAM, if I don't have PAM, or I don't have basic tools or technology in my environment, and I'm thinking about something very advanced, then it will not actually work for me. Because if I don't have a base, if I don't have the basic items in my organization, the advanced thing will be useless for me. So the first thing is we need to segregate our strategy in layers and in stages. We need to set up the maturity our strategy, that okay, this is our strategy and how it will be mature up to this level. First, we need to establish the basic infrastructure. Then we will think about something which is advanced or intermediate level to the base, and then we can think about after some time for more investment and for more advanced items in the infrastructure. Especially for this, because for the cyber defense, you're talking about not only the process and procedure, you're talking about technologies, you're talking about some services. So it needs investment. However, for
Hmm.
GRC, sometimes you can initiate many things yourself. If you just need to create some document, some process and procedure standards, you can do it yourself without investment. So it's easy for GRC, but not for for the defense part. For the defense part, it needs an investment. It needs support from the senior management, and it has some dependency on other functions also. If I'm going to implement anything, I need to first perform the feasibility assessment. Either this requirement is actually required from my organization or not, or it will work for me or not. We need to understand the business nature also. We need to understand the operation,
Very
the
true.
function, everything.
Hmm. Hmm.
How, where we are in the market or where we are in the business, so that it is important for us. Otherwise, if I just implement anything, if I'm just listing down items in my strategy because of the market trends, or because of a fashion, that oh, the other bank has this technology, I should also implement it. However, it was not important for me, then it's just a waste of money. Rather, you can use the same amount somewhere else in productive way.
Hmm. Very true. Very true. Uh, so, what metrics or KPIs should leadership monitor to assess the maturity of their GRC and cyber defense program?
Well, KPI, key performance indicator, is actually very important, not only for cybersecurity and cyber GRC and cyber defense, but all organizations or departments. Because what we were discussing about the continuous monitoring, with the help of the KPI, we can perform continuous monitoring of our process and procedures or the functions we have introduced. So organization are now aggressively working on it with all different type of standards and frameworks also. They think they motivate organization to just draft their KPI and then monitor those activities so that you can calculate the performance level, how much you are abiding with the requirement and how much you are following what you have written in the policies, and how you are calculating, because there are many things which cannot be calculated on numbers, but you need to calculate in a way that how you are following, how many times you have performed this activity. So if you are performing this activity frequently, it means that the outcome will be improved. The result will be much improved than the previous one, the initial one. So management or the leadership mostly uh, are more towards the final result, not only the KPIs itself. For example, if I'm 5 or 6 standards are applicable to on my organization, that at the end of the year, the management will ask me that did we achieve the baseline or not. So for management, this is the KPI, that did we achieve baseline. However, some leaders are very I would say expert, or they are very good in this direction, that they will not only think about the result, rather they will think about different type of functions and activities going on in the organization or in the department itself where they are investing. Because, for example, if I'm going to my VP for some budget approval, definitely they will ask later that how much we are mature on this activity or on this task or on this job. So, or now senior managements are considering it by defining the KPI of each department in a way that how much you have achieved, what was the level of improvement, uh, not in business way, but also from your resources also. Like our organization is has a full-fledged training program for the education of employee, not from their function only, but from the leadership point of view also. They keep on conducting different sessions for the leadership skills to enhance those skills in every employee, so that tomorrow, if they need, because everyone is a leader, not only the senior manager is a leader, everyone is a leader, or at their space, at their position, they are the leader, and they are responsible for their activity. So management need to work, and management are working on it in many organizations, and now the trend is totally changed. If you compare it from the uh, old time, when management was only concerned about the business and money and the investment, all the thing. Now they are more concerned about the work environment, the departmental performance, the departmental presentation over the social media, over different platform in different events also. So they count all these activities as a KPI. That okay, our organization has participated in these events. So this is how many times you are participating with participating in some big events or some big seminars, or if your cybersecurity department is doing some research, or did they participate in bug bounty programs, or did they wrote some article or attended some webinars or something like this. So with this continuous monitoring, with this continuous performance uh, tracking, you can improve process in the organization.
Very right, very right. So, thank you very much, Mr. Heather, for your precious time. It has been a very insightful discussion with you. And on behalf of NICAT and CXO Global Forum, we wish you more and more success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zubia. Thank you so much, all the supporting organizations and all the ministries in Pakistan. And I hope we will connect again and we'll discuss something more
Sure,
fruitful and productive.
sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. So, viewers, this is it for today. Inshallah, see you soon with some another amazing personality. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.